Well, just in case you do find the courage to leave the back seat and you want to drive the Range Rover, well, you'll not be disappointed. For a vehicle that weighs over 2.5 tons and is more than 5.2 meters in length, well, it is quite impressive how this giant dances around corners and the way it moves. Now keep in mind that the version that we are driving is the Range Rover long wheelbase Autobiography, and this one is the petrol version. So this is powered by a 3-liter Ingenium petrol engine. It develops 394 horsepower, so it is quite a lot to even move this heavy mass, and it does that in a pretty impressive manner. Right from the word go, well, it moves without any hesitation. There is just a little hint of lag in the beginning, but once you cross or probably reach closer to about 2000 rpm, that disappears. The automatic gearbox itself does a very good job, and it's been paired to the engine really well, so that masks a lot of that lag, and it works efficiently. It's not super quick, but it's not a slouch either, so it can operate at a fairly rapid pace when you want it to. Otherwise it will just work at a relaxed pace, which goes very well with the positioning of this SUV. You also have these nice looking paddle shifters in case you want to take control of the gearbox, and it also comes with driving modes. You can switch between eco, comfort, or dynamic. You also get off-road modes wherein you can switch between these modes depending on the conditions, whether you're driving on mud ruts, sand, or whether you're going to wade through water. Talking about off-road, well, it's a Range Rover, so it definitely is more than capable of going off-road, and this one too will very happily go off-road in case you ever wanted to. And it also comes with this air suspension, and you can raise the height of this vehicle to a very high point, well, to the point that entering or exiting this vehicle becomes quite a physical task. But the benefits of that are to be reaped when you are on bad terrain. Well, that is when that additional height comes into play. Otherwise, you can just lower it down. You can bring it quite low as well. You can bring it to something Range Rover calls access height, and then entering and exiting the vehicle is relatively easy, but still it isn't a breeze. Now, one neat trick the new Range Rover employs in order to go around corners in a much more agile manner is the rear steering. And because the rear wheels now move along with the steering input for the front, the Range Rover, despite its length and weight, is able to go through corners at a far quicker pace than its size would suggest. You can attack corners at a fairly rapid pace, but yes, the weight will show at some point when you push it a little too hard. And beyond that, if I talk about the ride quality, well, that is a surprisingly one area which I felt could have been better. Despite the air suspension that the new Range Rover gets, it still leaves me wanting for some more comfort. It's slightly still on the firmer side. It's a bit stiffer for my liking, and well, yes, even you can argue it's an SUV and probably it wouldn't be as comfortable as a sedan, but still it's a Range Rover, and maybe 10 or 15% more or probably softer. I think that would have just made the ride quality spot on. But still, it's not uncomfortable. It is very comfortable, and like I said, with the Boss seat, it does offer a brilliant and a very comfortable experience.